Hey everyone, I hope you're all doing well. Welcome to second session of 3ds Max software tutorial. In this session we will be working with unit stops or the measurement settings. Let's get acquainted and also learn how we can change the environment. Let's change the software and customize it the way we like. Of course, this part is optional and there is no obligation to do it, but some people like to have their own personal theme. So let's go to Unit Setup first. From the Customize menu, select Unit Setup. We choose. When you install Trade Max, this option is enabled for you. Generic units. What does this mean? Does it mean a generic unit? What does general unit mean? Look, friends, now I'm using this. I draw a box part. I will complete this part later. We'll do it. Look, for example, I have a wall now. I'm just drawing it. It's approximately 500 centimeters long and 20 centimeters thick, and a height of about 5 meters and 10 centimeters. I previously brought a table and a chair into the scene. They're right here. So you see, this table and chair are now at their real dimensions. So just think about it. The dimensions of this table and chair could be from here to here, 3 meters. So from here to here is 3 meters or 3x3m or 2.5x3m. So now look at that wall, which is 3 meters high and 5 meters long. How much difference is there in our measurements? Why is it like this? Because we use the dimensions from Max's unit settings, and those dimensions are not correct. We need to do something that creates an interaction with others. The tool means we either work with meters or centimeters, or if, in some companies, to be active, we use inches. So, we want to learn how to work with centimeters, and right now I'm going to delete these. Again, from the Customize menu, Unit Setup. We won't worry about these two options. We'll activate metric and, between centimeters and meters, use centimeters. Use it. Why? Because it has fewer bugs and problems in the process. You're going to hit the cartoon. Centimeters. Okay? Well, I'll draw a box. Look, now it shows centimeters in front of it. For example, 50 by 50 by 50. It's pretty clear now. Each of our dimensions is 50 centimeters. If I want to export to any other software. If I want to export this to another software, it will still be 50 centimeters there. So, there's another option, like, as well. What is this unit setup system up here? So, imagine that I'm setting it to kilometers, okay? Okay. Alright, I'm going to draw another box with the same dimensions. 50 by 50 by 50. Look, it's not visible at all. Why? These two have the same dimensions. Placed on kilometer, we left this invisible. This tells us that you're looking at a 50 centimeter box from a distance of 1 kilometer. So, from that distance, we can't even see a small object. So what better way than to use the Customize menu? Unit Setup System Unit Setup. So, we set it to centimeters. Now it's set to metric centimeters. Here too, on centimeters. Now that I want to do this again, draw. Now we can, simply because from a distance, clearly, undoubtedly, indeed, especially, for example, we're looking at it in meters, so it's quite easily visible, as you can see, and clearly. So, that's from the unit setup settings. Once you set these, they are set forever and permanently, irreversibly. You don't need to do this every time you open Max. Once you have just installed Max, let's do these two things, and it will be set up for you. Alright, let's go ahead and change the theme from the Customize menu. Custom Default Switcher again. Look, it's the same here as our phones. It has a dark theme, it has a dark mode, it has a light mode. Now, for example, should I set it on the light? That way, everything will be clear for us. Well, I don't suggest that. Why? Because we're going to be behind the system for a long time. We sit and stare at the monitor, and the white light hurts our eyes. I'll set the same switcher's default customization to default or something. Dark is the default. Okay? If we do this and this. The part went black for you. You need to close Max and open it again. Please fix this problem and bug. Well, there is another part, customization. And customize the user interface in the Colors tab. In this section, you can change all options. Now, let me tell you a few things. Button, text button. What's a text button? Buttons have 3 states. Normal color matches boxes. Let's press it. It's a button. Well, each of these has 3 states. One is the normal color, which is the color of these boxes themselves, these buttons themselves. The decibel color tells us what color a button should be when it is disabled for us. Now see, these are disabled. So I turn them on. I'll put this color. Apply. See, everything that was disabled, the color has changed. Change the color of these buttons. I want to change the color of these buttons. On the normal color of this favorite color. I'm just going to set it to my own now. Okay, apply. Look, it turned out exactly like this. What's hover? Hover indicates what color it should change to when you go over these buttons. It has a hover state. So if I press this now, should I use this color? I'm just going to make it a bit darker. Okay? You see, when I hover over it, it gets darker. What is the text button? This is the text. It's white now. If I want to change this, I'll make it black. Okay? Apply, and you'll see it changes. The text button press indicates what color it should change to when you press it. I say it should turn red. Apply. Look, it just turned red. So we'll reset from here. I said it's completely a matter of taste. You can think of your own theme now. I changed these, just as an example. Well, think of this concept or theme as my work theme. Then I set up my home for myself and this in my system, and I want to go to the company. When I want to work with the system, I want to work with work theme. What I do is I come here and save these settings for myself. I'm going to save this file for myself on my flash drive. Copy it into the system, load it. I've reverted it. We load this. Open it. We'll hit and load this and that. Now think about what I did to everything. I returned it to its previous state from here. We'll load this and open it. Look, it saved the same state for me again. Well, in the next session, we will learn a bit more about navigation and, on top of that, we'll get familiar with the perspective settings. Thanks for your hard work, and take care.